welcome to Help Desk with Joe. I'm here with Joe and Justin. This is show number 70. We are climbing right on up the charts there, knocking off these shows. And as always, Help Desk with Joe is about bringing information from the technology world to the general consumer businesses, I guess, plural, and, the average person that needs to know. And Joe, you let everybody in on the know.
Yeah, I try to weed out a lot of in the technology world. There's a lot of news that goes on. A lot of it, people are going, "Oh, that doesn't apply to me," or "How does that make sense?" So I try to weed through there and get the good stuff.
I like it. That's I do not follow technology very well, so you always help me out. And I've been gone a couple weeks, so I'm back.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Justin and I, we took a vote. We was seriously contemplating just spinning off and just being the two of us.
I understand completely, and it wouldn't hurt my feelings if you said, "Hey, listen, this is your last show," just because your performance hadn't been that good, and
Well, you decided to go see the world and left Justin and I here.
yeah. So,
you could have called it. A tech guy that could have made it all set up for your mobile setup, but no, we couldn't do that.
I'm on vacation, man. Vacation from everything. I come back, the cameras are readjusted, the sound is good. I should have left earlier. Shows went really smooth. So, yeah. All right. Well, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. You've done your homework, and Justin's all queued up here and ready to go. So.
I even have a story this time.
Really?
Right.
Justin's contributing with a story. Now, your one job was keep us on track.
Yeah.
So I guess you're giving up on that and changing tactics.
He's gonna try something that works.
Yeah. So, oh boy. Trying to get successes where you can.
Yeah.
I understand. All right. Well, Joe, today you're going to talk about Instagram first, right?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about Instagram. I'm not a big Instagram person. I have it, so I will say this. This is one of the few times I actually have what you're talking about. So tell me the good or bad news.
Okay, so this is good.
Okay.
So Instagram now has a feature called Security Checkup, which will allow users to secure their account after a recent hack they've had. So starting yesterday, Instagram is introducing a new feature to help people secure their accounts following instances where they may have been hacked. And it's dubbed Security Checkup. The tool will prompt you to do little things like check your recent login activity, review your profile information, and update your contact information in case you need to recover your account.
Really?
But this is one thing I see this all the time. People will change email addresses, but they never change their email addresses for their accounts like shopping and social media and all that. And then when they lose their password, "Oh, I don't have that email address anymore, so now I have to create a whole new account." And it's little things like this would prevent that.
That's a good question. Well, I have a question.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a good one or not. How many dead accounts do you think there are? Like where someone did exactly what you're talking about. They start an Instagram account, and then they lose all their stuff or forget their email, forget their password. Like it's just easier to start a new one. So now they have two accounts.
Oh,
When they don't access and when they do. Do you think Instagram and Facebook and stuff filters those out?
No. I know they may some, but I know several people locally that have like 5 Facebook accounts. Yeah. And here's what's crazy. Now, to this day, I still don't understand it. We have one person, like they literally have 5 Facebook accounts.
On purpose?
Yeah, because they keep forgetting their password and it's a whole ordeal.
Okay.
And Facebook just, okay, no problem, here you go. We had a different person, same situation, they forgot their password and all that, created a new Facebook account. When they created that second account, Facebook goes, "Hey, we think this account may be fake. Please provide us information that you are who you say you are." And like they had to scan and send a picture of their driver's license to get their Facebook back.
What?
Yeah.
They did that?
Well,
is that safe?
I don't recommend it. I mean, for Facebook, but yeah, they did it, and it was legit from Facebook. Because I looked it up, I was like, "No, wait a minute, it's Facebook. They don't need your driver's license." But yeah, they
did, huh?
Yeah.
That's
and
crazy.
It was legit. It's like, no, time out. This person over here literally has 5, and I can show you all 5. And Facebook just, no problem. This person does a second one because they couldn't get into the first one, and Facebook goes, "Oh no, we need to make sure you are who you say are." I thought, what's the difference here? Why is it okay in this one but not okay in this one?
Yeah, that's interesting. Is there a way to cancel like your dead accounts like that?
I think it goes back to you have to have access to that login.
Where they just keep it, huh?
Yeah.
I would think if it was inactive or something for like months that they would just cancel it.
Some companies there are, like if it's inactive after so long,
Yeah.
some companies will weed out those accounts, but I don't think Facebook's one of them.
They probably want it though just because it shows more users and more popularity. And,
Right.
Yeah.
But now there is, now see, that's a whole other topic for another show. Something that people really don't think about is your online accounts after you die. How to handle all that.
Yeah. I could see family members wanting to kind of keep them because it's
Right.
pictures and videos that you want.
But because I had a lawyer friend of ours say, "Hey, did you ever consider this?" I was like, "Absolutely not."
Ooh.
But yeah, it was like how to handle your digital assets when you die, like who gets your passwords to your Facebook and your email accounts and all that. It's like, I never gave that a thought. It's like, when you're dead, you're dead. You don't have to worry. That's not your problem anymore.
Yeah,
But
it becomes somebody's problem.
yeah. And then I actually had a friend of mine. She said, "Hey, a friend of hers died, and her family wanted to maintain or obtain their social media, and like there is ways to do it. Like you can contact Facebook and say, "Hey, this person died," and send like a copy of the death certificate, and then they'll turn their account over to you, but they turn it into like a memorial account. You can't add any new friends, but all the friends that were there can still go post or whatever.
Right.
But that's a whole other topic for another show.
I was gonna say that's its own show in itself.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, back to Instagram.
Yeah. So now here's what's
Justin,
dumb.
Justin, where you at on that one?
So here's what's dumb, and I cannot just. This is just I shake my head at this.
Oh boy.
So Instagram pushes out this tool. Hey, look, check your account, make sure everything's secure, but they don't recommend you enabling two-factor authentication.
No.
Yeah.
I'm in literally a technology nincompoop, and I've heard you say that for the last 8 years until I finally started doing it.
Yeah.
And even I, lacking technological awareness and skills, know that.
Yeah. So
How's that happen?
It's Instagram. They're owned by Facebook. Need I say more?
So that they have the option, they just
Yeah.
don't remind people to use it.
Yeah. They have it, but inside that security checkup tool, two-factor authentication is not an option. But Instagram strongly recommends that you use it. Then put it in the tool.
Yeah, why wouldn't that be automatic?
Yeah, I mean, I'm far from being the smartest guy around, but I'm even looking at it and going, really?
Wow.
You highly recommend it, but yet you're not going to put it in there to make it where everybody can see it. That's just dumb.
Do you think that's just oversight, or is it purposeful?
It has to be purposeful because there's no possible way that was an oversight.
Yeah, too simple.
Yeah.
Is there any point for them having that be purposeful? Because, I mean, they're talking security, and then you don't do what I would consider the basics since you've been beating me up with it for a long time.
Facebook and Instagram, since Facebook owns it, it's no secret that they've never had the best security practices.
Yeah.
They've always flown on the mindset of it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Right.
So that doesn't really shock me that they'd pull a stunt like this.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Craziness. Okay. So, what's your take on this overall? Good thing, bad? You said good thing, right?
It was a good idea. It's a good idea. It's a great idea, actually.
Okay.
The security checkup. And if you have an Instagram account, it's not a bad idea. Go in there and double check, make sure everything's, as secure as possible.
Yeah.
But then take that extra step and turn on that two-factor authentication. You're just doing yourself a favor.
Wonder how many hackers out there are looking to Instagram and thinking this would be worth hacking. Wonder what sort
Yeah, that's true. You could probably get all their information regardless.
what sort of valuable info you could possibly get from somebody's Instagram.
See, that's like their Facebook. I don't know what benefit there is, but they do it all the time. So I don't know.
Just for fun, maybe.
Unless it's some kind of data mining operation where they can get some kind of valuable information out of you. I don't know.
Yeah. On Instagram, you can pretty much go get pictures or whatever from anybody anyway, right?
Right. So, Instagram, you was getting ready to get a huge pat on the back, but just a
Kicking the butt.
yeah,
pat on the back.
smacking the head for not adding
Yeah.
two-factor authentication. That's just dumb.
Now, I just pulled up my Instagram, and weird as it is, I don't even see anything that says anything about security or whatever.
Well, they just released it yesterday, so it may not hit your account yet.
All right, settings. Hold on, I'd have to figure out how to go to settings.
Okay.
Security, I assume. Oh, there it is. Two-factor authentication.
There you go. But see, you had to go hunt for it.
I did.
See,
Yeah,
Well, I mean, there wasn't even any notification on the main page, and anything had even changed.
right.
Interesting. All right, learn something every day, Joe. That's why I like your show.
Yeah, to glom onto your security topic, I could throw in a little story here that I found this morning if you're interested.
Yeah, let it roll.
Microsoft urging Windows users to immediately install an update. Security researchers found a serious vulnerability, and it's known as Print Nightmare, and makes use of the Windows Print Spooler service to basically gain access to your computer, do all sorts of bad stuff.
Yes, that was I've not seen it personally, and I'm very thankful that I haven't. But yeah, that was a nasty bug. It was so nasty that Microsoft even pushed an update out for Windows 7.
Really?
Yeah, and they stopped doing that quite a while.
Did Justin just jinx us?
I hope no, because you guys got automatic updates on, so you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our technology guys on the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, they pushed that because normally they do what everybody calls Patch Tuesday. They push out updates every second Tuesday of every month.
Yeah.
But this one was out of loop. They just went and said, "Oh yeah, this is so bad. We have to push it out now."
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
And somehow it didn't break a bunch of stuff, which I'm shocked.
Yeah. I always like it when you make fun of them because they're going to fix something and they break 3 other things.
Yeah. But look, we fixed it. Yeah,
Uh,
but you broke this.
I was gonna say that's how I grew up. You have something break on the car, like, oh, we fixed it. By the way, we need more parts for everything else.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't use the windshield wipers now, but the car
Yeah.
will run.
Yeah. Radiator's fixed, but the windshield wipers don't work.
Yeah.
Huh.
And don't ask me how they're connected.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's all. That always seems to be the case.
But that's a great story, Justin. Yeah, that one. If you're running Windows 10, make sure you have automatic updates are on automatically, and you can't turn that off, so no worries there. But if you've seen that you needed to reboot your computer for updates last week, that's what was going on. That is why, and that was a huge security issue.
It's funny. This computer needs updated.
I just updated it yesterday.
It's got the little thing.
Really?
I think so. I'm kind of afraid to check it, but
Yeah, don't do it live.
Yeah, it says it needs to restart to install an update.
Okay, well, yesterday was Patch Tuesday, the regular Patch Tuesday, so...
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. So then I must have updated from last week's update, the print spooler that Justin's talking about.
Yeah, it's funny that
Just
something that's supposed to just let you print can become a vulnerability like that. Just
Yeah.
so many creative ways for them to get into your computer that
Yeah, the print spooler, the only job it does is it handles your print jobs. When you click print, that's what gathers all your pages and sends it to the printer. That's literally the only job that this print spooler does. But yet, these hackers have figured out a way of using a tool that sends your information to a printer to remote into your system and hack it.
do you think it'd be something where you have to click on a link, or how would you even get hacked to begin with? Something like this.
A lot.
That's a
Mo-
great question.
Most of the time, a way to get hacked is you have to let them in somehow. But if you have a completely unsecured network, there's still a chance of them getting in. But most of the time, how people get hacked is they have old hardware that is insecure, and they just browse the internet and find that piece of equipment and just start beating on it to find its way in. Or you click a link or download a file or anything like that. You've done something to let them in.
Yeah.
Don't let
shady
him in.
website
Don't let him in, Justin.
That says, click here to download this to fix your printing problem, and then
Well, or it's even less. It's even more oblivious than that. You get an email, and this was really bad around Christmas time. You'll get an email from, it'll look like FedEx or UPS. Hey, your package is delayed. Click the attachment to get your new tracking number.
Ooh, that's tricky.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants their package.
Yeah, and you're
It
going.
doesn't even have to be Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's even worse because I've seen it spike. I've seen those emails, more of those emails come in around Christmas time, and everybody's going,
Oh yeah.
"Oh no, it's got to be so and so's gift," and UPS and FedEx never add attachments to their emails. They always put the tracking number right in the body of the email.
Right.
But people panic, go, "Oh, I need to see what that is," and open up that attachment. Boom, they're bit, and they don't even know it because they'll get it and it'll look like a PDF, and they'll double click it and it won't do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, it did something.
Yeah.
It'll run in the background, and you're completely oblivious to it until it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the other day I had Joe in the back of my mind thinking security, because I got a text from a number I didn't recognize and it said, "Your patch shirts are ready for pickup," which is a totally normal thing. We order T-shirts and stuff, but for some reason I was thinking, well, maybe it's somebody that just went on the patch page and then they're posing as someone who has T-shirts, so I didn't even reply to it. Because I wanted to double check, and Zach was like, "Oh yeah, there's T-shirts over there." I was like, "Oh well." I thought maybe for a second it was some hack.
I'm proud of you, Justin. I've got you cautious. I've done my job.
One of the 5 of us is trained.
Yeah.
The rest of us, I don't know.
Well, I told you I've always held out hope for Justin because Justin kind of keeps up with things.
Well, he's younger. He's more tech savvy.
And you're just going, Joe will take care of it. And I'm going,
It's interesting how that works.
yeah.
All right. Well, your second tech update or news update is about Ring.
Yeah. And this one's actually a good story as well.
Okay.
So Ring has enabled end-to-end encryption worldwide.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Okay. So Ring yesterday announced that
You're talking about like Ring doorbell?
Yes.
And other stuff?
Yes. Announced that end-to-end encryption has exited technical preview stage and is now available for many Ring users around the world. Once activated, the footage captured by those doorbells is only viewable on the user's enrolled mobile devices, reducing the ability for third parties to see the clips. So, end-to-end encryption. It's a security setup to where only your phone and your doorbell can communicate. I can't sit here as an outside third party and hack in and watch the video from your doorbell as it's going to your phone or take over your doorbell.
Gotcha.
The video footage.
So that sounds like a big thing, right?
Oh yeah, it's a huge security plus, yes. Okay, like Zoom.
Give me a scenario where that's very important. Like I'm trying to think of what's the big deal if I see what's out on your front sidewalk? Is this
Ring, case in point, when those Ring cameras got hacked a while back, and the video they showed on the news was a couple that had in their kid's bedroom, and those hackers,
those knuckleheads,
those hackers overseas, got in there and started talking to kids, saying tear up your toys, break your toys, and this and that.
So hold on, you're saying like a Ring doorbell camera they put in their kid's bedroom?
Well, no, Ring makes regular security cameras as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is to.
Now, how about the Wise? Is this how's Wise stack up?
Yeah, Wise has their encryption as well. I mean, everybody has some type of encryption. Some are better than others.
Yeah.
But Ring's owned by Amazon, and
gotcha.
Yeah.
He's busy going to space.
Yeah. So.
I wonder if that news story that you talked about, where they had that pretty embarrassing thing where people were seeing other people's security footage. I mean, is that kind of a direct line from there to this? That this is a direct result of that.
It has to be.
Step it up.
Yeah. So also, at the same time, the company's rolling out support for third-party authentication apps for two-factor authentication.
Really?
Yeah.
By golly, everybody's on board now.
So similarly, users will now be greeted with a CAPTCHA when logging in both the Ring app and Neighbors in order to further deter malicious types from trying to gain access. Plus, Ring is making it easier for you to sell your doorbell by automating the system to transfer hardware within the app, which is nice. Which is one thing I've never thought about, but I can see happen. So let's say I have a Ring doorbell, and I want rid of it. I sell it to Justin.
Yeah.
Well, I take a dumb fit and forget to remove it from my account. Now I've sold it to Justin. I don't know Justin from Adam.
Yeah.
Or I do this maliciously. I sell it to him for $50. He takes it home and tries to link it with his account. He can't because it's already activated.
Yeah.
And now I've blocked him online that he can't communicate with me. So I'm $50 to the good, and Justin has a $50 paperweight. So now it's making it easier for you to transfer that hardware. So now I can take it from my account and move it over to Justin's account, and now Justin can use the doorbell.
And the captcha images, that's like click on the street lights or
Yes.
street signs.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if you sold that to Justin and it's still active on your account, could you turn it on and look and see?
Yep.
Ooh,
Yes. Yes.
we live in a tricky world.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
So the move comes shortly after the company announced a shift in how it dealt with the request for footage for law enforcement agencies. Rather than the previous system, officials now have to ask users in the vicinity of an incident to submit footage via public feed. It comes in the wake of news that the company had partnerships with more than 2,000 fire and police departments. That its neighbor app was briefly publishing precise locations of people's houses.
Hmm.
So before all this,
Yeah.
Ring was sending people's exact locations of their doorbells to
Yeah.
fire and police departments without their knowledge.
I mean, that's kind of tricky, though, because if your house is on fire or you have an emergency, you want somebody to get there quick.
But that's not what they're using it for.
Well, I know. I'm just
Right.
saying. The idea, I think, is inherently good, but that information needs to be protected.
Right.
I don't know.
But this
Good thing
is,
you're here updating us, Joe, because
yes. But it's good for Ring to turn on that end-to-end encryption. Okay, so
Yeah,
another
yeah.
example of the end-to-end encryption. When COVID started, when the shutdown started,
Yeah.
and everybody went home, started using Zoom meetings,
Yeah.
and they didn't have the encryption in place, and people was dropping in on random meetings and just causing chaos, and then they had to turn it on. That's why.
Wreaking havoc.
Yes.
Yeah. That's good stuff. It's scary, though. It seems like you fix one problem, 5 more pop up.
Yes. It's basically whack-a-mole.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great point. I don't know. And it's hard to see that there might be an end in sight at some point. Somebody will have like the perfect thing, but stuff changes so much.
Right.
What do you think is going to be next in that field?
I don't know.
It's interesting. I got a couple of the Wise cams. I like them.
Did you get the thermostat yet?
I did, but I didn't put it in.
Okay.
I
Did
mean-
you get it on Prime Day? I sent you that text on Prime Day.
No, I had it before that.
Okay. And you still haven't put it in?
I've been gone.
Okay. I'll give you a pass on that. I'm shocked, though.
Yeah, soccer season just ended, and
As excited as you was, I figured that would be top
Yeah.
of the priority list.
nah, soccer and track. Spring's rough.
Well, and COVID pushing out to summer didn't help matters none.
Yeah. Yeah, and everything here's in full swing, so,
Right.
you know. Priorities, Joe.
That's true.
But yeah, I do need to get on that. It'll help, though. You didn't tell me about the checking to see if it was compatible
I guess I did.
until I'd already ordered it. And then I was like, ooh. So I got to do that first.
Well, that's not hard. You just pull off your existing one and punch in what wires you got plugged in, and it'll tell you.
Yeah, I know. I just got to do it.
Yeah.
We got our 5K run today, so it won't be this evening, but maybe tomorrow. I'll have it in by next week. How about that?
Okay. Then give us a review on it. Yeah, let's hear Dave's review on it.
Yeah.
It might take a week of using it to
Okay. Well, that's fine.
be able to do a review, but
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if it lives up to my height.
I really like my Wise cams, though.
Aren't they nice?
Yeah. I got them in my backyard to keep an eye on the dogs and stuff.
It's super easy to use.
Oh, gosh.
Plug it in.
The hardest part was realizing I had to be within 6 feet of the base to get them started,
Yeah.
because at first I wasn't.
Right.
I was like, why won't this thing work? And then I went and read the directions, like, oh, yeah. Staying close to the base. Once I figured that out, though, it was on. They're so easy.
Yeah.
And they're totally wireless, or
Yeah. I got the outdoor,
yeah.
because I put them outdoor. And they just magnetize right on the little clips. You can pull them off, charge them. I haven't had to charge them, I know. They've been up for 3 weeks, probably.
Oh yeah. They're nice. And what's nice is, since there's no wires, you don't have to mount them to the side of the house. You can mount them to a tree,
Tree
a
or
fence.
anything, yeah. I got to check and see how far they'll go. I'd like to move one a little closer to, or a little farther away from the house.
Right.
So we'll see.
That's one of those, just turn it on and just
Yep.
see.
Did they go into kind of like a sleep mode when there's no motion? Or
Yep.
they-
Yeah, and then I don't have the plan. Do you know anything about the plan, Joe?
Yeah. The plan
It
gives you longer record footage, cloud recorded footage.
Yeah.
And there's some other benefits as well. But one of the big ones is instead of that 12-second clip online, it bumps it up to a minute.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know if I still remember or not, because I was under the old plan of you pay what you want.
Yeah.
I think I told him I said like $1 a month, but I don't know if I'm still in on that or not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with the 12-second clip.
Oh, I am too.
Interesting stuff. I guess if something though happened that was longer than 12 seconds, you'd want to have it
Well,
all
did you put a micro SD card in?
I did not.
Okay, put a micro SD card in. That way it can still record if your internet goes out.
Okay. Good tips, Joe. Good
Yeah.
tips. Okay. All right. Any more on Instagram?
Nope, that's it.
And nothing more on Ring. I
Nope.
had them backwards.
Yeah.
Okay. The Ring. All right. So the last one's on Google. Something on Google.
So Google, with her Google Meets app.
And just so everybody knows, Joe does not go over these beforehand.
No, I like to catch you guys.
So, I mean, well, I'm just saying the Google's a pretty broad topic there, so I have no idea what you're going to talk about.
Yeah, because Google covers a lot of ground.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Well, Ring and also Instagram. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Joe springs these tech stories on us.
And what's your guys' reaction?
Yeah. So, Google.
Okay.
Google us up. Get on Googly.
So Google is now capping their Meets app from unlimited group video calls down to 1 hour on free accounts.
So, sad story, bad story, huh?
Well,
Get a downgrade.
well, I don't know how we want to take this. We could do it one of two ways. Yes, it's bad that they're doing this, but this could be a sign of good things to come overall.
Yeah. Well,
because this means
hold
that.
on.
Okay.
So, let's back up.
Okay.
So, I'm familiar with Teams,
Okay.
familiar with Zoom.
Okay.
So, Google has the same deal.
Yes. Yes.
I've never used the Google one.
I never even heard of it until just now.
Well, I haven't used it either.
That's when you said Google Meets. I was like, oh, geez, Joe's going over a dating site.
No.
You never know, Joe. Anyway, so no, this is more like Zoom or
Yes.
Teams.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Google's version.
How long has it been around?
Apparently quite a while.
Okay. So I'm just not familiar with
Well,
it.
I'm not either.
Okay.
So Google has brought it into its effectively unlimited group video calls in Meet for free Google accounts, according to its support page, which was first spotted by 9to5 Google. Now users with free accounts logging onto Meet will now have group calls capped at 1 hour rather than the previous 24-hour meeting duration.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
So
I can kind of understand.
right. Well,
because-
originally that was their original setup, was free users get 1 hour free.
Right.
And then when COVID hit,
Yeah.
they said, okay, no problem. We're going to open this up to non-enterprise users and to compete with Zoom and Teams. And Google promised to keep unlimited meetings until September 30th of last year. Then they extended it to March of this year, and then again till the end of June. So they still allow unlimited one-to-one calls as long as you need, but for group calls, they're knocking it down to an hour unless you want to pay extra, which is $7.99 a month for Google Workspace individual tier. But yeah, it's kind of bad, but here's what my thoughts are as the good part.
Yeah.
For them to do that, that must mean that not as many people are using the group feature, which means lives are starting to get back to some level of normalcy. So the demand isn't there as much, so they can kick that back and not catch too much grief about it. So it's a bad story. It's a double-edged sword. It's good and bad.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought of that, but you're right. It's always good to hear some news that, where people are less and less just totally stuck in their house doing things totally remotely.
Not so reliant.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of. I just Googled most popular software.
Mm-hmm.
So Zoom is number one. Skype for business. Slack. Big Blue Button. Blue Jeans. Whereby GoToMeeting. Cisco WebEx. There's a lot. I didn't realize there's that many.
Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense.
Right.
I just never hear. I mean, I'm not really in that business though.
Yeah, WebEx was always the big one.
Yeah, Zoom, GoToMeeting, Skype, Lifesize.
But yes, so
I've never heard of like Blue Jeans Meeting,
me either.
but they owned by Verizon.
but nobody ever heard of Zoom either until
Yeah.
COVID
Until this
hit.
happened.
And
Yeah.
man, I wish I would have.
Zoho.
I wish I owned stock in Zoom before they got big. Man,
Oh,
that would have
gosh.
been a nice payday.
Yeah. Huh.
Of course, if I also knew that webcams was going to be hard to come by, I would have bought
Oh gosh. If you had
300 of
bulk
them.
of
but
those,
yeah,
House Party, Signal, Jitsi.
I have heard of Signal. I have heard of Signal.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. Okay.
But yeah, so if you're heavily using Google Meets for your group meetings, and if you're using the free account, you're knocked down to an hour
1
at
hour.
a time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's only fair, I feel.
Yeah, well, and that's the way their policy was before.
Yeah.
Google, out of the kindness of their own heart, they went ahead and just moved it up to unlimited.
Yeah.
So it's not. It's one of those. I'm not bashing Google on this one. I really can't. And on the flip side of that coin, I think that's a sign of things getting back to some level of normalcy, that
Yeah.
people aren't relying on that platform as much.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, you're using their services.
Right.
How expensive is it? Did you say that already?
Yeah. If you want to bump up to the longer call times, you can bump up to $7.99 per month for Google's Workspace individual.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not bad.
No, but that's if you do group calls. You still have longer individual calls, but if you're
Right.
trying to do a group call,
Yeah. Okay.
so not bad.
No.
I can't-
$8 if you're doing business or group calls like that. That's not bad a month.
Right.
People spend that on their lattes.
Exactly. Now I feel like one of those
Yeah.
ASBCA commercials. For a latte a month, you can have.
Yeah. One latte. That's our new comparison. I remember when we
Yeah.
did our work here, we were always like, for one bottle of, soft drink, you can exchange it once a week for whatever. Now it's a latte.
Yeah.
Iced coffee. For
Yeah.
your iced coffee.
For one iced coffee a month, you can have much longer group meetings.
Yeah. Everybody's like, listen, we got 1 hour. You got to get it done in 1 hour.
Yeah. There may be people going, let's just keep it at the free tier because then that'll speed things up.
Oh, yeah. If you're like a Board of Education meeting or a county commission meeting, anything like that, they'd be like, yes.
Yeah.
1 hour. Only 1 hour. That's funny stuff. Okay. How's that compare to everybody else? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Like, I don't even know how Teams works because we do that through the Department of Ed.
Right.
But
Well,
I'm
I think-
assuming the Department of Ed pays for it.
Yeah,
so-
they probably have an Office 365 subscription, so
Yeah.
that's where that comes into play.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think they all have free tiers, but there's limitations on the free tiers, and
Right.
you get more bang for your buck if you pay for it. But it all depends on how many meetings are you hosting a month
Yeah.
and all that.
I'm not hosting very many, so.
Because see, we used my Office 365 for Teams when
we met.
I called Santa back in December.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah,
Nice. Joe coming through for Christmas.
yeah,
Keeping all the kids on the good list, maybe.
tried.
Try it. Yeah. That's an uphill battle. Okay. All right. Well, you got a last part here. Or Justin, did you say you had something to add?
Nope. I
Yeah.
had that one story about.
You
Yeah.
already jumped in. I thought
No.
maybe you had an extra one.
Nope, that's it.
Yeah, Justin had a good one. Yeah, he was the Microsoft print spooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he found a random one while we were talking about
Oh, I
that.
found
and
another
and
one.
he had like a legit update.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Just that one.
Just that one. Come on, Justin.
Maybe next week. I'll
Contribute a little
get
bit
two.
more here.
I mean, he had a good one, so I mean,
It was a good one. I agree wholeheartedly. It just seemed like, oh, by the way, since we're talking about that, I'm going to throw this in. And then he had like a big news update.
no,
that
he
was
just knew the right spot to slide that
slide
right
his
up.
in, so it wasn't even seamless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seamless integration into the talks.
See Justin doing his part, saying, "Hey guys, look, something else over here." So
Yeah.
he's distracting us with good information.
I see how it is.
So he's like, "I know these guys are going to take us off the path, so let me slide in here and see if I can get it back on track."
So Justin, just out of my own morbid curiosity, are you still using your little battery pack that takes 48 hours to charge up to give you 12 minutes of
I haven't used that thing
charge?
for ages.
Because I know it's like hiking, camping season for you. So
Have you bought any new gadgets lately too for your.
Yeah, come on. I've shared my Wise
Hmm.
purchases and, you know, what have you been into?
New gadgets? No, nothing really new.
I mean, you're out on a farm that doesn't have internet and stuff,
Yeah.
so.
Might be a waste of money for certain products that are totally relying on the internet to work.
I got you.
Yeah.
So nothing. Joe, did you get anything from Prime Day? I haven't seen you for a while.
Yes.
All right. What's the best thing you've got?
Projector.
For what?
Oh, when he told me
Outdoor.
the deal he got on that projector, I was stunned.
Yeah, and I tested it for the first time last weekend, and I will bring it in. This will be one that all three of us will have to schedule and test
Really?
ourselves. Yeah, $73.
What?
Yes.
No way.
Come with a 100-inch screen. I mean,
With a screen?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Now it didn't come with the stand; it was just the screen itself. But I engineered my own screen mount. I took Sadie's swing set and anchored three screws on it and hung it on there. And we watched 3 episodes of The Office last weekend.
Oh wow.
Yeah, in the front yard. I was excited.
What's the name of it? Let me look it up.
And the projector itself, it was real easy to fire up and use.
Yeah,
Or-
yes. My biggest issue was trying to get it close enough to the screen because I had it way too far out, and so I didn't know how close I needed to get it. That was my biggest issue. Let me look here real quick.
King Muka mini projector. Man, there's a ton now. They're so cheap. I remember we got our first projector for the patch program to do presentations and stuff with, and when we did our Taifu bingo and all that,
Yeah.
they were like $1,500.
Oh, I know.
Crazy.
And the bulbs were super sensitive.
Oh man, they're on sale today. HomePow, HOMPOW.
Alright, hold on.
Home pow.
HOMPOW.
POW. I got some.
Is it a mini projector?
It just says video projector. It's a little one, but
$79.99.
$69.69.
I don't have that deal. Oh, here we go.
And you're happy with the image quality?
For the price, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I want to bring it in and 3 of us test it one day and get your guys's.
Hey, we got a 5K that's showing a movie tonight. You can bring it tonight. And you can get your 3 miles in.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, Joe.
That's right. You guys do have the 5K tonight, don't you?
Yeah. So, is this, how's this work?
What do you mean?
You have to have it hooked up. Is it Bluetooth, Wi-Fi? How's that? It surely.
It has. You can hook RCA, HDMI ports. Has VGA.
So they're showing one for a limited time deal, $69.69.
That's the one I bought.
Video projector, native 720p, portable mini projector with 100-inch projector screen.
But it says it supports up to 1080p, and it actually did kick up to 1080p when we was using it. So.
Nice. Compatible with TV stick, HDMI, VGA.
Yeah, I just plugged my Roku in and cranked it on. So
Nice.
it's for the money. I
Yeah.
love it.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I mean, for $70, you get a screen and a projector.
Yeah.
What's the screen look like?
Honestly,
I mean, is it like one of the pull downs?
no. It's basically it looks like a big sheet, and you just hang it up.
And
And
do you like roll it up when you're done using it, or?
you just fold it up like a bed sheet. I just
Oh,
folded
really?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Here it is, Justin. I'll spin this around for you.
HomePow.
And it filled up the whole 100 inches.
Yeah.
Look good. Wow. Yeah, that price, I couldn't believe.
Yeah, like I said, I want to bring it in one day so the 3 of us can test it in here, and then we can all review it.
I think maybe you'd ask me to guess, and I probably said like over 200 or close to 200. I was thinking, but
Yeah, that because
I didn't realize they were that cheap now.
I've been looking for one for a couple years now, and it's one of those things. Do I need it? No, but it would be really cool to have one. And then when I seen that on sale, I was like, oh, I've got to get that. It's too good to pass up. And it also has speakers, but I did not test the speakers. I took my sound bar and set out there and
Yeah.
plugged it in that way. So I don't know what kind of sound quality the speakers have, but I'm pretty impressed with the picture quality.
Great ratings, tons of reviews on it. Wow.
Yeah, 500. It's 4.5 stars on 578 reviews. So.
When do I get to borrow it?
I told you I was going to bring it in,
Yeah, but
and I'm actually going to bring the cord for us to
that's
try
what I was
to
gonna
use.
say. Normally you bring it in, it doesn't have the cord or.
Yeah, but I'm
anything
going to bring
like
it
that.
in with the cord so we can use it. We can try it in here.
I want to take it home and try it.
Yeah, but I'm afraid, Dave, I'll never see it again.
Well, there always is that risk, but come on, Joe.
For some reason,
Live a little.
I just have this feeling of I'll never see it again except in pictures of Dave taking selfies and going, hey, check out what's going on in my backyard.
Yeah, look what Joe loaned me. Woohoo!
and it's on and the screen's on a permanent mount that cannot be removed.
Yeah. There could be something like that going.
Yeah.
Yeah, another one of those companies you've never heard of in your life, but there's just so many of those out there that
Yeah, just some.
are able to make good products. But
It's unreal
not
for
the big guys.
$70.
Yes.
So I'll go back to my soapbox of how does the bumper for my car, which is just molded plastic, cost like $900, and it's only one part that's plastic squirted into a mold, heat pressed, and come out. But yet this projector has how many parts?
Exactly.
I'll just say, just to be silly, I'll say 1 million.
Yeah.
But I mean, it literally has a lot of stuff going on in there.
Yeah.
And it's $70.
Yeah.
How could you even put it together for $70? Much
Right.
less purchase all the parts and stuff.
Exactly.
We live in an amazing world.
But yeah, I ordered one other thing, but it wasn't as impressive as this. So
Really?
I figured you guys would be excited on this one.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, here's another one for $60. I can't believe a projector is $60. That is unreal.
Yeah, I mean, there's even some like okay, so here's one for 130 that has built-in Wi-Fi that you can. I don't know what you'd use the Wi-Fi for, but
Well, how does that work? Is it
you can send the image from your phone wirelessly to it.
so you can like watch a movie off your phone straight to it?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well, So you're bringing yours in for me to borrow when?
For us to test in the studio.
Joe. All right. And what were we talking about?
Okay.
Oh, you got to do a product review.
Yeah, that's not even the product we're
Justin,
going to review.
where were you at in this? You had one job.
He was just as excited as we was.
Oh, no. He's wanting to know when he gets to borrow the home theater.
Yeah.
We're watching movies on the farm.
Yeah, because this is one of the gadgets,
Yeah.
Justin, that you can use at the farm and don't have to have internet.
I like it.
So, okay. So today's product review is going to be the Roomba i7 Plus,
Yeah.
made by the company iRobot. So,
Is this one of the little vacuums that go around and do some deal?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is one of the robot vacuums.
Okay.
Okay. So, with this model, not only does it clean up for you, but it also cleans itself.
That's huge.
Yes.
I remember you telling me about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so this model you get of course the Roomba, and it also comes with this little charging base that has it looks like a little trash can on top.
Yeah.
So your Roomba goes around and does its thing, and then when it's done, it docks itself,
Yeah.
and then it sounds like a jet engine wherever it's docking at, and it sucks out the dirt and everything it's picked up out of the Roomba into these little cloth bags inside the charging base.
That is so awesome.
Oh, I know, it's
So I had a family member give us one of the knockoff Roombas.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but anyway, it does a great job. But as soon as that little container, which is really small, gets full, it goes back to the docking station.
yeah, and then it just sits there.
Yeah, it just sits and waits.
Yeah.
I wish it had a little light or something that said I'm full.
Well, we have
But it doesn't.
We had the Eufy brand up at the office,
Uh-huh.
and I loved it until I got this one, and now I'm looking at it like, yeah, you're incompetent.
Hold on. Did you give yours a name?
Sadie did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because when you set up the app, it has an app,
Mm-hmm.
so there's no remote control there. It's actually an app, and said he wanted us to name it Sweepy. So we have Sweepy.
I have Steve.
Steve and Sweet.
Steve has this annoying habit of wherever you happen to be is right where he wants to clean.
Yeah.
It's like, Steve, there's 3 other rooms you can be in, dude.
Yeah.
Why you gotta harass me? I think he just gets lonely.
So the i7 Plus has the iRobot Home app, and you can suggest an extra clean when in areas. It can automatically suggest an extra clean when your area's pollen count is high during pet shedding season. It uses smart mapping, which what it does is the first time you use it, you just turn it on and let it roam throughout your entire house, and it builds a virtual map.
Hold on, which one are we talking about?
The i7 Plus.
Okay, I pulled it up on Amazon. The reason I was asking.
Okay.
So, wow, they got the i3 Plus, the i6 Plus.
Yeah, this is the i7 Plus.
I don't even see the i7, i4, i7. I saw the price tag.
Yeah. Yeah, I had some rewards points built up, so and I caught it on sale right when at the same
Nice.
time. So that's the only way. Yeah, I did not shell
I
out
won't,
that
I
kind
won't
of money.
break the price yet. Well, Justin knows now too,
Yeah.
so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Just
Yeah.
It's not $70 though. We'll
Yeah,
say
yeah,
that.
yeah, we're not talking wise prices here, but full disclosure, I did not shell out that kind of money because Cena would have just took all my credit cards away and said never again. But yeah, I had rewards points, and I caught it on sale at the same time.
Speaking of Wise, they got a Wise light strip out now.
I seen that. Oh, and they sent an email yesterday saying make sure your apps are up to date because they're getting to release a bunch of stuff. So
Really? What do the apps have to do with it?
they're getting to push out some more features for the cameras and stuff, and they want to make sure the apps are all up to date so you can support all the features.
Gotcha.
So it uses imprint smart mapping, so your robot knows your kitchen from your living room, so you can decide where it cleans and when. So the first time you run
Dave
it,
needs that, so Steve will stop.
yeah, follow him
I
around.
know. I can say, hey, Steve, go to the other room because I'm standing here.
Yeah, so the first time it does, it goes through your entire house,
Yeah.
and then it builds a map.
Nice.
And then you can actually go in there and name your map. And I know we discussed a while back about people getting hacked.
Yeah, I was going to say hackers.
Yeah. But here's what I did. I didn't name it living room, kitchen, bedroom 1, bedroom 2. I put my own unique names on there, which I know what they are. So that if you...
All right, I'm curious now.
Yeah,
Okay.
we gotta know.
What kind of names you throw out?
I might have put Batcave on one. And I might have named one room waste disposal, and I'll let you use your imagination on which room that was.
That's good.
Things like that. And you can actually tell your robot to stay away from certain areas or objects with customizable keep out zones.
Oh wow, man, this thing is smart.
Yes.
Smarter than the previous iteration.
So it also has smart charge and resume, so when the battery gets low on the Roomba, it will actually take itself to its charging station, charge back up, and then back itself off and pick right up where it left off on your clean.
Really? That's nice.
Man.
I mean, I feel like it's pertinent at some point to mention the price.
Well, I'm almost there.
Okay. Just because now I'm on the Wise website
Yeah.
to look at theirs.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't have the vacuum thing.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Or
is
the
self-cleaning.
self-cleaning.
Yeah, that's what you're paying for is the self-cleaning component. And it also sends notifications, which you're thinking it's a sweeper. You don't need notifications, but I'll give you a couple examples. We was out one day, and I told Sweepy to sweep the kitchen. I get a notification on my way to Parkersburg. Sweepy is stuck and can't find its way out.
Yeah.
Somehow it had got itself under something in the kitchen and got confused.
Yeah.
And couldn't find its way back out, so it just stopped. Then I've gotten notifications that say, like when it's done, it'll say Sweepy's finished sweeping, or its job, its task, whatever you told it to do.
Yeah.
And it also seen notifications of when the little bag's full, to tell you to change the bag. It also tell you that Sweepy has something tangled in its main rollers.
Yeah.
So you go up to it, pull out whatever it got it stuck in there, and then just push the resume button and it just keeps on going. So it's one of those things you don't think you really need, but when you actually see what it does, it's like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
All right, so now are you?
I mean, I hear what you're saying. When man, that's cool, but
But the price?
yeah, is the price tag worth being that cool?
Yeah. So it's like I said, I did not pay this price for it. I one caught it on sale, and I had rewards points banked up to get it at that sale price.
Yeah.
Regular MSRP on this model is $799. Yeah. It's a little steep in home cleaning.
Little?
Okay, a lot steep.
That was very steep.
Yes.
I mean, for $800,
I was
I'll
be-
empty the little square thing myself.
Me too. Yeah, I was being generous, Dave.
Yeah. I mean, my goodness. I mean, I don't know. Don't get me wrong. How long do you think this thing will last?
I'm hoping for quite a while.
Well, I just mean, what do you expect something of that?
For that price, I'm hoping. I'm hoping to.
I mean,
I don't want to jinx it, so I'm just.
Right. Let's just break it down and say at $800, if it lasted 8 years, that's $100 a year.
That would be definitely worth it.
Oh, that'd way be worth it. So let's just assume 4 years, and you're paying $200 a year, which isn't bad to have a sweeper clean itself out and do all
Right.
those things.
Right.
$200 a year. I mean, that's less than $1 a day.
Right.
So for less than $1 a day, you got a vacuum cleaner that's fairly automatic.
And
Less
just
than a latte a day.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say,
Less
here
than
we
a
go
latte.
again. For less than a latte today,
Less than a
day,
latte.
you can keep your house. But now keep in mind, a lot of people are under the misconception of when you buy one of these, this is kind of end all be all. This isn't. I always look at it as it's an assistant to your actual sweeper.
What? You have to do more cleaning?
No, like some in some
No, I was being sarcastic.
right.
I run Steve. I don't sweep anything after that.
Right, but there are times that agree
No, I understand.
that there's times where Steve does a good job, but there's still probably a couple areas that
Yeah, it is weird.
actually you need to run.
Yeah, little nooks and crannies that
Right.
you can't get into. Yeah.
But it cuts down on your time a lot.
Oh gosh, it's kind of crazy because at first I was like, I don't need any foo-foo little robot sweeper or whatever. But now, man, if I run him once a week, such a huge help.
Yeah. So now
It saves me a half hour of like broom sweeping.
Yeah. Yeah. So worst case scenario, you got to take that half instead of a half hour sweeping the entire house.
Yeah.
Knock it down to 10 minutes for the little areas that Steve may have
or
missed.
I don't even do the little areas and I just go on.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have wood floors, so it's not too bad.
So yeah,
I mean, and, the little places he missed, we really don't get dirt in anyway,
right.
except occasionally. So not a big deal.
Right, but see, we have carpet
Yeah.
in certain parts of our house, so it's one of those. Sweepy does a great job, but
Yeah. Still got to hit the highlights.
yeah, but it cuts down on having to drag out that manual sweeper.
Here's
a
what I
lot.
think we should do. I think
Okay.
you should loan me your iRobot 7 with the automatic clean itself out thing,
Yeah.
and let me see how it goes. And then from there, we'll do like a good review.
Now keep in mind, I will have remain linked to that account, and I will start. And if I don't get it back in a timely manner, I will start because you can manually tell it to clean itself.
Yeah.
So you could be laying there in the middle of the night, and all of a sudden hear woo.
I'm okay with that as long as there's some cleaning going on. Heck yeah.
No, I don't. You don't. No, you don't have to tell it to clean. I can just make it manually.
I'm with you. I understand. For the hassle of that, because that means you're up as well. I'm in. We'll both just stay up until 2 or 3 in the morning to see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, interesting stuff. I mean, I don't know. It makes me feel. I don't know. It feels weird to say this, but daggone, these little vacuum cleaners
Are awesome.
So, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's just one of those things. Like when they first gave it to me, I didn't even get it out of the box for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Cause like what the heck? Can't sweep your own floors.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, this is the best thing ever.
Well, that's like the one Cena and I got for the office. On it, I didn't pay retail for it. I got it, in a mystery box thing.
Yeah.
Paid $5 for it, and it was one of those. I told Cena, I said, it's $5. I can't go wrong.
Yeah.
And once we started using it at the office, it's like, this is awesome.
Well,
we need one for the house.
Yeah, my kids play soccer, obviously, and our local field is turf. and you get those little turf rubber nuggets everywhere.
Yeah, there's about as bad as beach sand.
Gosh, yeah. So, and that's just for that alone, it's worth it because they track through. They'll come in and take your cleats off, and it's in their socks and their shin guards, and then they walk through the house and they fall off of them. You know, they get caught in their shorts, their shirt, whatever, hair. You know. And I'm just at first I was like, man, this is horrible. These little things are everywhere in my house. Steve takes care of it.
Yeah.
Good job, Steve.
I know, it's kind of crazy. So, and that's why I was like, I don't need no foo-foo, you know, little automatic sweep. I'll just, you know, elbow grease it up and I'll sweep here and there. Shoot, I was sweeping every other day, just kind of going through and hitting the high stuff. You know that.
Yeah. See, with this, I could set it up to like do one room each day, or I have it sweep the entire house every day. I mean,
mine has the automatic stuff, but I never use it. I just every once in a while I'll be like, yeah, it's pretty rough here. Go ahead.
That's like me. I don't have it set up with the schedule, but it's nice to have it if it does.
Yeah, he does get stuck occasionally.
Now, Dave, with Steve, if like he spilled something on the floor, could you tell him to clean up just that one spot, or?
Yeah, you can direct him. I never, like I say, he hits the highlights. If I spill something, I'm not.
Right.
I hate to say it, but I'm not that lazy. I'll go and broom. We still have a broom and a dustpan.
Right.
So I use it a lot, like especially in the kitchen.
That would be kind of sad if it's like something you could easily.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's why I say I was kind of like foo-foo. Yeah. So like in the kitchen where I make a mess a lot when I cook, you know, that I hand sweep for the most part. But like through the living room and where Katie has her piano and the front room and stuff. It's all hardwood floor, so it's super easy. Just turn him loose, and then, you know, he hits the highlights. He gets the main traffic area. All right, so where are we at? Are we at the
pros and cons?
Pros and cons,
yeah. Okay,
right. Lay some pros on us.
All right, pros: ease of use.
Yeah, like scoundrel, self-cleaning.
Oh man,
that's got to be like a 5-star pro, right?
Oh, just for that alone, it's just like, oh, this is the berries. I mean,
yeah, because I get aggravated with Steve. I'll walk through and I'll be like, Steve, you missed a whole spot. And I realize he's on a charging station. He's full.
Yeah.
I'm like, crap. So I got to go empty him and start him over.
Yeah.
And the bad part is, I don't know if he starts over like where he left off, or if he just starts all the way over.
Yeah.
Either way, but anyway,
yeah. So ease of use. Cannot. The setup was easy. The going through the app was easy. I mean, just the ease of use all around. The app notifications. Never in my wildest dreams would I. First thought I'd owned a robotic vacuum cleaner because I'm like you, Dave. I was on the school of thought of. Am I really that lazy that I need something to sweep for me? And the answer to that is no, it's being more efficient.
Well, and that's why I say for the half hour, 45 minutes it'd take me to go through my house and sweep.
Yeah.
Super easy just to hit the clean button on Steve and bam.
Yeah. So, and the app notifications let me know what's going on, so then I don't have to track that thing down and try to find out what's wrong with it. That makes it nice.
Yeah.
Cable management. Now this one I was not expecting, but absolutely love.
Did you say cable management?
Yes.
I'm in, because Steve gets stuck on him. Whatever cords are hanging out, shoelaces. It's almost like an annoying 2-year-old.
Yes.
If you can leave it laying out and they can get into it, he does.
Yeah.
He finds that errant shoestring and will suck it right in and then drag the shoe around, throw his little fit, and then just shut off and sit there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man.
That's the perfect example.
Steve.
Just a 2-year-old, yes.
Yeah. I'm just like, what are we doing here, man? It's like a 2-year-old meltdown in the middle of the floor where they're just laying there going, You know,
yeah.
And you're like, come on, this isn't that hard to figure out. You sucked up a shoestring, dude. Spit it back out and get back busy. Avoid that area.
So, being a tech guy, I've got cables all over the place.
Yeah.
And as soon as we got it, Cena goes, you need to pick all your cables up. I said, no. I said, I want to see what happens.
I want to see if I break this thing.
Yes. It would start getting itself bound up in my cables, then it would slowly back itself off, scoot up a little bit, and then kick the rollers back on, and it would just keep inching along till it got out of my cable, and it just pick right up sweeping again.
Really?
Yeah. Now, so here's the funny part. Ooh. It has gotten stuck on one charging cable, and we've had it since, I think, May. It's gotten stuck on one charging cable, and it was Cena's charging cable.
Nice.
I said, I said, oh, Joe's got to pick all his cables up because it's going to catch everything. And whose cable did it catch on?
You're in trouble since you said that out loud here online.
I know.
Was
And
it worth it, Joe?
Was it worth it?
I'll let you guys know next week.
If Joe doesn't come back next week, we know what happened.
Yeah.
And the last pro, a big one, self-cleaning. Just when it's done, it picks itself up, it charges itself, and cleans
Yeah.
itself out. Oh, that right there alone is worth the money.
How long until those cloth bags that you talked about are full? And does it let you know when those are full?
Yes, yeah. Although I don't like the notification on it, that's one of the cons. The notification doesn't flat out say, "Hey, your filler bag's full." It says Sweepy's having trouble cleaning itself. So then you the first time you do it, you're panicking. Okay, did it get something clogged in them?
Yeah.
And what did Sweepy pick up? Was it a sock, a shoelace?
Yeah.
What's it trying to shove through that little hole? But it was just the bag being full.
What went wrong here?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
it's a few sweepings. I mean,
a few,
yeah.
Okay. All right, go to the cons.
Yeah, eventually it'll get to where, I need you to throw that bag away for me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Clean yourself, but then, man, I gotta take this out.
You mean I got to take this back up once every couple of weeks? No, I can't. I don't have that kind of time.
Yeah. You're saving me all kind of time. Let's save a little more.
Yeah.
So, Justin, how many cons do you think there are? I'm just curious because we're talking about a sweeper, does its own job, cleans itself out.
Yeah.
What could possibly be wrong with this scenario? I'm going to say there's 2 cons.
Okay, Justin.
I'll go with one.
Okay, Dave's the closest. I actually have 3 cons.
3.
I was about to say
And-
There can't be that many.
Okay, full disclosure, 2 of the cons are mine.
Okay.
One con I read online, but
Okay, I thought this was going to be Cena's cable. She's like, why has it got to suck up my cable and not Joe's?
no.
Definitely a con, Joe.
No. So the first con is random offline. I've had this. I think the last update fixed a lot of this.
Yeah.
But there'd be times I'd go into the app to try to tell it to go sweep, and it said device unavailable online. It's like
It's on its union break.
it's like
It's like, hey Joe, come on now. I get 15 minutes, pal. Half hour lunch. Don't be cutting into lunch.
yeah. So I read online and said, oh yeah, if your Roomba does that, it's probably running updates. Well, it wasn't running updates. It was a pain in the butt. It was like a half hour of trying to get it to work to the point of, well, if this is going to do this often, I'll just get the sweeper out myself and do it myself. This is not worth it. But the last update, it seemed to have gotten a lot better.
All right, good.
So that, and the second con is no manual controls. With our Eufy, when it comes with it has an actual remote
Yeah.
that you can control. The Roomba, it does it. You tell it what room you want to sweep, and you can set the little designated, don't sweep around the china cabinet till we banging around it and knocking all the precious mementos out of there.
Yeah.
But other than that, it kind of just does its thing, which is, there's times like I would say, hey, you miss a spot, I'd like to get in and have a manual control, whether in the app or something, say, hey, go back around. I know where you left it. I know you can get.
Yeah.
It's funny that we humanize them.
Yeah.
Like we gave ours a name. We talk to it. We yell at it. I've yelled at it a lot. It threw itself down the stairs once. I left the basement door open. It's like, Steve, come on, man. I went down the basement for 2 minutes and you follow me?
Really? And Steve didn't have a sensor to pick up the stairs?
He did, but he was too far gone.
Really?
Once he realized there were stairs there and he tried to turn.
Oh, he was too far out.
Easy, right?
Okay.
I heard him spinning and squawking, and I was like, Steve, what are you doing?
Yeah, Sadie's even talked to Sweepy and congratulating him on cleaning the floor. And
Yeah.
the cat hates it, which is even funnier.
Yeah.
I mean, the cat hisses at it.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing here? Anyway, okay. So, con 2.
Was the no manual controls.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
So the third
Third
con
one.
is not something that particularly I've had trouble with,
Right.
but there are several reports online of poor pet hair cleanup.
Really?
And I think,
It's got to be somebody that just has, like, massive pet
yeah,
hair.
that, but it also doesn't help that Roomba, that's one of their big selling points, is it
Ah,
does
yeah.
great on pet hair. So I think it's kind of a loaded deal. you know, most cases this is an accessory to your sweeping. This is to help you cut down on your actual manual
Yeah.
sweeping.
Right.
So
I mean, if you have that much pet hair, you need to do a vacuum anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That's how I feel about
I mean, we have a cat, but I've not seen any issues of it picking up the cat hair.
Right.
But we also have just one, and it's not a huge shedder, so
Yeah.
not
So-
that big of a deal. So it's one of those I can't really put a big ding on that because I've not experienced it personally, but I've read a lot of issues online with people on that.
Yeah. People are going to be gripey.
Right.
You said you would clean every speck of pet hair up, and you did not.
And you left 2 hairs in the corner.
Yeah.
Nobody ever sees that corner, but it's just the point.
But it's
I
there.
know it's there.
I'm gonna complain. Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, for your, are you gonna do 5-star?
Yes.
5-star Joe's rating. What do you think, Justin?
I'm thinking 4.
I am too.
4.5 maybe.
I think 4.
You-
I think a
Do you
solid
do half
4.
stars or no?
Yeah, we do have stars from time to
Yeah, I'm
time.
thinking 4.5.
Yeah, I'm thinking 4. 4 flat, just because of the manual part and the
Yeah.
lack of a handheld remote. I think the other one.
Yeah, the
Let me see if I can sway you here. Are you already set on what your stars you're getting?
I am, but let's see if you can sway me.
So I'm saying the other one really highlighted the cons because of the ease of having a remote and spot clean.
Yes.
And so you're like, for that amount of money, it ought to have those basic features as well.
Yes.
And therefore, it would lose a whole star.
You would be correct, sir. You are right on the money.
Bam! I know, Joe.
Between that and the internet, the dumb.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
I can't work right now.
Yeah.
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 You have one job.
I'm on lunch break, pal. I've been on lunch break for a week.
So 4 solid stars for the Roomba i7 Plus.
Nice.
Again, it is on the more expensive side, and I did not. I want to make full disclosure. I did not
Yeah,
pay
you
retail
didn't.
price on this, and Roomba did not send me one.
Yeah.
Although, guys, you know they make a mop version of this.
Yeah, I don't know. That gets crazy.
But I seen the mop version at Kohl's the other day on the clearance rack for $75. Do you know how hard it was for me to walk out of Kohl's and not pick that up?
I can't believe Cena let you do that.
Oh no, I text her. I said, "Hey, look what I found for $75."
SOS, there's an emergency.
Yeah,
Look
so,
at this.
like I'm pleading my case, and Kohl's
Yeah.
is like, "Look," and she's
Yeah.
like, "We don't need this." Like, you don't understand.
Yeah. Maybe you did. Maybe
You
you,
love
did.
the
Maybe
sweeper.
yeah. Maybe you didn't read the full text.
Yeah, and she goes, "What's it retail for?" So I Google it and send her a screenshot and like, "Look, it's like 60% off. We don't need it, but you don't understand."
We're gonna lose money on this if we don't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy this for you for Christmas later, so we might as well get it at a cheap
Yeah.
price. Oh boy.
But yeah, full 4 solid stars. If you're looking for this particular model, I mean, the
If you
cons I've
want
had
to
on-
swing the $800 price.
Yeah,
tag,
yeah.
that's-
or if you're like me, has some rewards money
Sure.
saved up somewhere that
And
you
you
just want to
catch it on
blow for something for something that a luxury item that you wouldn't.
Well,
think-
hold on. So let me ask you this question:
Okay.
if you were spending your own hard-earned cash,
Yes.
would you spring for this one over the cheaper one that you have?
Oh no, I'd get the Eufy, or I'd get the Wise one, because it's like $250.
Yeah. So Wise has them for 250. You're right.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. You would not. You don't feel like the extra $550 is worth self-cleaning and whatever else it has.
Personally, no, because I'm the kind of that old school of
Yeah.
that's a lot of money for something just because.
Just to save you a couple minutes of cleaning out a little bin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That's what with mine. I would never upgrade it unless.
There was a good reason.
Well, I mean, even for $800, I'd be like, give me another one of those for a couple hundred, and,
Right.
and I'll clean a little.
All right, clean the bin and
I'll clean it myself.
Clean the bin and cuss it every time that
Yeah.
it's full.
Well, I mean, if it gets full though, he's working, right?
Right.
So I kind of see it as again, I'm humanizing it and giving those characteristics. I'm like, hey, Steve, good job, buddy. You're
Yeah.
full. You found a lot of stuff here to clean up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, my kids are dirty. But I'm like, hey, all right, good work, pal. I'll clean you out. Go get him again, Tiger.
Yeah.
So I really don't know what's going on there because, like I said, I don't know if he starts all the way over or if he picks up where he left off, or how that works. But
Right.
either way, you know,
Your dogs-
I respect his right to privacy, so I don't want to incur
Yeah.
too much.
Do your dogs like Steve?
Well, they're outside.
They're always
Oh,
outside.
okay.
I got all outside pets.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I mean, it's you know, it's funny. I named him Steve, but I don't know if he's boy or girl. Like I say, I respect his right to his privacy. I don't. I clean his bin and I send him on his way.
There you go.
So we're gonna stick with
You,
him.
you
for
don't
now.
ask any questions.
No. He does a good job. Why bother?
He's
Yeah.
earned his keep, so that's well enough.
That you betcha.
Got a good thing going. Don't even mess with it. Just,
Yeah. I mean, I don't. You know,
we've got a good.
he hears me call him Steve, and he's still working, so I assume that's okay with him.
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Yeah,
he's agreeable. So
yeah,
you
he
know.
didn't throw a tantrum over calling him Steve, so he must
No.
be okay with
well,
that.
I mean, not that I know of. Now he tried to eat a shoe, and he threw himself down the steps once. But I caught him. Yeah. So, I mean, that could have been anything, though.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to tell. Maybe he was upset about something
Yeah.
unrelated to me.
Yeah. Maybe he's having a disagreement with the toaster or something.
It's hard to tell. I don't know what conversations he has during the day while I'm not home.
Yeah, we need to get Steve and Sweepy together to hang out for a day.
Oh my gosh, play date,
Yeah.
have a race, boys. Get to cleaning. Let's see what happens. What if they disagree with each other?
I don't know. Now I have not done this, but you can link it up with your Google Assistant or your Echo Dot and just say, you know, trigger word clean
Yeah.
your living room or whatever. I've not gotten to that point yet.
Like Siri, play Lunatic Fringe, volume high.
There you go.
Interesting.
Does your daughter ever yell at Sweepy?
Not yet because it's not. Well, yes, she got mad over at the weekend. Sadie left a pair of socks in the kitchen, and I had Sweepy going through, and it picked up one of her socks.
Yeah.
Carried it away.
No, it stuck. It got stuck, and I got a notification. I was pulling laundry out of the dryer, and I got a notification. Hey, Sweepy's stuck on something.
Yeah.
And I went and looked, and sure enough, it had one of Sadie's socks. So I pulled it out, and I said, "Go put these up."
Mm-hmm.
Why? Of course, it's why. I said because Sweepy tried to suck it up. And then she got mad. I was like, "Look, this is on you. You left it on the floor.
Yeah.
Not Sweepy didn't go looking for it.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
left it on the floor. So go put them up."
He doesn't have opposable thumbs. He wouldn't open any drawers.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, Joe, I got to say, for show number 70, this is a good one.
Good deal.
You know, I like it. You give a lot of good information for consumers and business folks. And I know for people that aren't familiar, A&M Digital Technologies, you guys do a lot of local, a lot of state, a lot of regional work. You know, some work down in Florida. So you guys stay busy between you and Cena, a locally owned business. So
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of security systems here lately. A lot of security camera work.
really?
Yeah.
Is it because they're more affordable, you think?
Well, that and we now have a solution that gives you the wire-free setup like the Wise.
Well, that's what, yeah.
but
see?
you don't have to have internet.
Yeah.
It records to a DVR inside just like
Right,
your pirate
like
system.
normal.
Yeah.
See, that's, I mean, I wouldn't have got the Wise cameras, but it's so easy and
Yeah.
it's so cheap.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And you talked me into it. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? For, I don't even know how much they were. How much were they?
$30, 35
Yeah.
bucks.
$30 each.
Yeah, I mean, it's
And,
crazy price.
You can get. I wish they'd get their doorbell thing. I really want the doorbell deal.
But you can get it, but you just have to have an existing hardwired one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was on their website and
Now, they may be back ordered, but yeah, they've got doorbells.
maybe it was a wireless.
Yeah, I'm wanting the wireless doorbell, but they don't have one yet.
I have wires.
Oh, there you go.
It says doorbell and chime starting at that. I wonder if that's the old one.
No, that's the one that requires to be hardwired. Now,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I got the hardwire, but it says, let me look and see here. I have an old school doorbell. I'll put it that way. Yeah, email me when available.
okay. So
that
they're out of stock right now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, help desk with Joe doing all this good work. If anybody wants to get a hold of you, they have any questions about any of it, how do they get a hold of you?
You give us a call at our office at 304-927-3588. Check out our website at amdigitaltechnologies.com or follow us online on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at AM Digital Tech for all that. And our podcasts are hosted by Anchor.fm.
Nice. All right. Well, as usual, A&M Digital Technologies here with Joe and Cena, and of course with Justin, who has, I'm going to say jobs, but I'm not sure what direction that's going.
He has the hardest job of all.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think he's trying to switch jobs.
So in the grand scheme of things, Justin is like you, and we're like Sweepy and Sneed. Like, we're just randomly
randomly
tearing
going
stuff
around
up
and Justin trying to keep the reins
yeah.
tight. Yeah, I got
Yeah,
you.
Justin's trying to keep all the shoes and shoelaces and all that away from
Yeah,
us.
All
That
right.
sounds about right.
Yeah.
Perfect analogy.
Well, we'll be back next week with show 71 and more news updates and information from the technology world. And Joe trying to take care of us and keep us out of trouble. So we appreciate everything. So tune in next week here from the Patch Studios in Spencer, West Virginia. And Patch Turned Up. We'll be back next week with Help Desk with Joe.
We'll see you then.